It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a look at the 5 and 10. It's glistening once again with candy canes and silver lanes that glow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every store, but the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front door. A pair of hop-along boots and a pistol that shoots is the wish of Barney and Ben. Dolls that'll talk and we'll go for a walk is the hope of Janice and Jen.
Sam, how's it going?
And Mom and
Welcome
Dad
back,
can
everyone.
hardly
Seminole
wait
Show,
for
Holiday
school
Edition.
to start again. It's beginning
Merry Christmas,
to
Happy
look
New
a
Year.
lot
Happy
like
holidays.
Christmas.
I'm pretty well. This Christmas season, to be honest, flew by for me. How's it treating you?
Not too bad. Haven't really done a whole lot.
Not being in school, I think, affects it a lot. Yeah, I'm like nothing has changed this time of year. It's just the only thing that has changed is the music playing at my store
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't really feel like Christmas.
because there's no snow,
There's no snow. It's not that cold. I mean, right now it's only like -8.
but the wind.
But
Yeah,
the wind
it's
is
weird.
chilly.
It's a weird Christmas season, in my
Yeah.
opinion. I don't know about everyone else,
Yeah.
but yeah, I like it. The music's really annoying.
Done any holiday shopping?
A little bit, not a whole lot. No, not really. Just for like you, to be honest.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome. What about you?
You know.
Well, here's a story. We were at the mall, and Daniel, we were buying coffee for someone in our family for a Christmas present, right? Everyone likes coffee, and we were asked. I don't know if this is normal to know this, but we were asked by the barista, how do you want your coffee ground?
Yeah.
And I assumed there was only one way to do it, but apparently there's a
Well,
separate-
I had no idea what she was talking about. She's like, "So what kind of coffee are you making?" I'm like, she's like, "What kind of coffee is it?" And then I was like, I kind of just looked at her and like, I just said, "Coffee maker."
regular coffee.
Regular coffee maker.
Well,
And Sam was like, "Drip," and she's like, "Oh, drip brew."
oh, okay.
Okay, yeah.
Could have been espresso. Could have been French press.
Yeah, it could have been espresso, French press. No, she said another one,
I don't know.
but I
what
don't
else
know.
there
That made
is.
me feel pretty stupid.
Yeah,
I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, you look pretty embarrassed, to be honest. Is that a normal thing to know? Should you know what kind of?
I don't think so, because the only time who actually makes espresso at their home, who has the
who's
big
the time?
machine,
Yeah,
and spends 10 minutes making their coffee.
isn't espresso just like a shot of coffee?
Yeah, it's just like
Super
super
strong.
strong coffee, right?
That doesn't sound good.
I mean, I think 9 out of 10 people make coffee out of a drip brew coffee maker.
If not 10 out of 10. Like, I've honestly never seen someone who normally it's like, oh, break out the French press
Well, French press, I mean, that's a little more common.
at a restaurant, maybe.
Restaurant or
At
like a
home?
hotel.
And she saw us. We don't look like fancy people. Like, I'm wearing basically sweatpants.
I'm wearing my Mountains Are Calling hoodie.
Like,
And,
come on, we
yeah,
use a drip
and
brew
it is,
coffee.
yeah.
Seriously. French press. Get out of here, right? So there's something that's been on my mind for a while. Something that's caused quite a bit of controversy in the workplace as well as the home. It's the flu shot.
The flu shot? What do you
The
have
flu
against
shot,
the
I
flu
think,
shot?
is complete bogus. Everyone thinks it's going to save them from the flu, but everyone I know that's gotten the flu shot has also gotten the flu. Explain that.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that. Like people, like they always tell you, make sure you get the flu shot this year. It's going around, and they say that every year.
'Cause
But I've never had the flu shot, and I don't think I've ever had the flu.
I got the flu, but so did everyone else who got the flu shot. So
Yeah,
they're
like
not special.
yeah, I question how much it actually does. I mean, people do die from the flu, but
The flu shot only covers like the 5 most common strains. So
right.
there's 100 types of flu you're not getting covered
Yeah.
for.
So why do you think they would give it the flu shot then? If if they know it doesn't do anything. If what you're saying is true and it doesn't do anything.
Well, I think it does do something. I think it like makes it. I don't know. I honestly I couldn't tell you. I'm not a scientist. I think it's garbage. Prove me wrong. I'm sure a bunch of people have a ton of rebuttals to that, but personally, I think it's garbage. It's a hoax. I'm not going like. I guess it's free.
Have
Might
you
as
ever
well.
heard of chemtrails?
No.
Oh.
Well, I've heard of it. Like it rings a bell, but I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I've just been on YouTube lately, and I guess the whole big conspiracy theories right now are flat Earth and chemtrails.
What's a chemtrail?
So you know how when planes are flying in the sky and you see that trail that they leave behind that
Oh, yeah.
forms a cloud?
Yeah.
They say that's a poison gas. Well, not poison gas, just a gas that the government is spreading to put on us. But yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, I can't believe you never heard of that. It's super popular right now.
I'm not too into YouTube right now, to be honest. I've kind of
Yeah.
old days.
But yeah, so if there's any chemtrail believers listening out there, here's a few things that you have to think about. Okay, first, that cloud that they're making, that's just water vapor. It happens in any engine. You know, like sometimes you see water dripping out of the tailpipe of a car.
Yeah.
The exhaust creates water and it condenses and you see water dripping out of the tailpipe. Well, airplane engines do the same thing. So the water freezes, it's released by the engines, it freezes, and it forms a cloud. So there's no chemicals. Yeah. Pretty crazy
Well,
stuff.
Yeah, that seems ridiculous to me. So it like rains down on us, the chemtrail?
Yeah.
Fascinating. I don't think that's real. Sounds fake. Sounds made up.
It is.
Yeah, there's.
But yeah, how about this global warming?
To be honest, I enjoy it. Is that bad?
Well, no, it's not bad. It's pretty nice. Last week was like +5 all week. But it's supposed to cool down a lot. So, I don't know. Last week had me believing in global warming.
And you were enjoying it. It was
Oh,
awesome.
yeah, it was great.
I
I mean,
walked home. I
Yeah,
didn't
sure,
wear my
California
fur coat.
is, on fire and burning to a crisp. But, I mean, it's kind of
Happened
mild
to
up here.
Fort Mac last year, and everyone's fine.
Yeah.
What's the worst a fire's ever done? Seriously. Team fire. No, I don't think. I'm not even going to talk about global warming. It's a waste of our time.
Why?
Because it's so stupid.
Why?
Because I'm sure it's to an extent true, but to say it's because of humans over the last 100 years, I love it how they claim the Earth has been here. Some people, not all people, claim, oh, it's been here for 1 million years, but the last 100 is what's going to make it end. Like
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
global warming, it's like,
Well, not make it end necessarily, but make.
like turn it into the sun. I don't know, turn it
Yeah.
into Venus.
I know, like, a lot of, like, evolution people out there believe that biological life really only has a certain lifespan here on Earth. Like, eventually biological life is going to end. Like, you see that kind of with, like, AI.
Mm-hmm.
AI is crazy. Like, they have.
Do you believe that true AI is possible? Artificial intelligence for the less cultured listeners?
Oh, absolutely.
You think so? I don't even understand how it could possibly be possible.
What do you mean?
Like
Like,
how
why?
a machine can, in any way, learn completely autonomously. Learn in.
Well, not autonomously, but I know. I was reading somewhere. I mean, don't quote me on any of this. But
Never do.
I was listening to this guy talk on another podcast, and I forget his name. But he was saying that there are these computers, like, they're making computers able to learn from each other. So, like, but yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but it's pretty crazy stuff. And they say that they're getting to a point now, like, where computers are talking to each other and they're learning from each other. So, like, Elon Musk is worried about the AI sector. He's like it's getting out of hand almost as to how powerful these computers are getting and how close to true AI they are actually getting.
That's frightening. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Like, they say
A
once
robot's gonna kill you.
Yeah. Like, imagine if they actually like do accomplish like true AI.
That, well, why is it that the AI has to be evil? Why can't it be good?
Well, not that it would necessarily be evil, but people predict that if they ever do accomplish AI, like since machines are just so much more efficient than humans at like thinking and processing
Computing and
things,
whatnot. Yeah.
they say they'd be able to accomplish like 10,000 years of human technological advances in like a week.
Oh
So like,
yeah.
I don't know, like that frightens me, the amount, how powerful they're making these
So
computers.
an
and things.
AI could build another AI.
So I think eventually we need to like get to the point. Yeah, exactly. Like a computer can, well,
Start
it can
making
make,
computers.
once it gets intelligent enough, it can make itself better.
And replicate itself.
Yeah, and build itself, right?
Mhm.
So like I think eventually our society, we need to get to a point where like we need to put regulations on this kind
Do
of
they
stuff.
not just have an off switch? Like,
But
what's
the pro-
powering an AI? A battery, electricity from
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah,
Just turn it off.
yeah. But the problem with that is, let's say if you use like AI for like warfare and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure like the military, like the U.S. military and everything, wants to eventually have robot soldiers, right?
Oh yeah.
I think that's
they
definitely
practically
where,
already
that's definitely
did.
where it's going. And to have like these supercomputers hacking into other governments and destroying their economies and things like that. But the problem with that is if you ever decide to like turn it off in your country, every other country would need to turn it off because from a defense position, if
Mhm.
you ever did decide to turn it off, but let's say Russia or China didn't,
They'll
then
dominate.
you're leaving yourself wide open, right?
Yeah,
to
it's
that
like
kind of
the
attack.
whole like wasn't that I'm just thinking about it like they thought of like biological warfare like in World War II. They kind of said, okay, either we all get to use it or no one.
Yeah, well, like
And
same
then
with
did the Nazis still use gas that they just threw at people?
yeah.
I don't know. Don't quote me
I
on
mean,
World
like,
War II facts.
It's gonna turn into like I think AI is gonna be another thing like nuclear bombs. You know
And there's
where
just gonna be an arms
where-
race.
exactly like where if you have this advanced type of AI, it's a status position, right? That's why all these countries
Mhm.
want nuclear power, so they can't be threatened by nukes,
But
right?
it's like once one person uses it, it's just gonna screw over everyone. So
Exactly.
it's
So
like it's too scary to use.
I mean, eventually, I think we need to come to a point where like we need to like put like a stop on like the advances in AI. Like,
Like
when
they
a guy
do
when a
on
guy like
nuclear.
Elon Musk, who is-
arguably the most like
who's
tech-
kind of like a champion of AI when you think
Yeah,
about it, like
yeah.
self-driving cars. I don't know what Tesla does as far as like AI, like artificial intelligence goes, but when a guy like that is like
Mhm.
concerned about that sector, like it's time to like listen and
Yeah.
do something about it. So I think eventually that's going to be a pretty big issue.
Yeah. And interesting fact, one of the biggest AI developers, Google DeepMind, has a headquarters here in Edmonton. Apparently the University of Alberta is one of the best like researchers. So did you know that? DeepMind's here?
No, I didn't.
Were there
actually.
only other headquarters besides their one in the UK somewhere?
That's weird. I wonder why here in Edmonton.
Because the U of A, University of Alberta,
Oh, okay.
they research with them. I think they collaborate. I think that's where their thing is, their
Oh, okay.
headquarters. So that's really cool, but also kind of scary. I think they work more on nanotechnology.
I don't know what that means.
It sounds cool, but honestly, I couldn't tell you either. I think it's like I'm not even gonna guess. I want to say tiny robots. Nano means small. No, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Have you seen all this UFO stuff coming out from the CIA is releasing?
No, I haven't.
Like that video of those F-18s, whatever, chasing that unidentified object that was going like super fast at a super high altitude.
No, I didn't.
That was pretty crazy. Apparently, like there's gonna be like a lot more like UFO classified stuff that's gonna be coming out.
like Area 51 stuff.
Yeah, stuff like that. I mean, like, yeah, I think it's really weird. I think usually there's an explanation for it.
Like China. That's honestly go to. Oh, it was the Chinese.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a lot of those videos, like they see like a silver thing that's like a long elongated shape floating in the air. I think it just takes someone with education to debunk it, because there was this video one time of these planes, and they saw this thing that was just floating in an elongated shape, and everyone was like, "Oh, UFO!" And this guy, they analyzed the video or whatever, and it was just a number 1 balloon, like helium balloon, like from a birthday party. Like, so, yeah, we'll see what happens with that. That'd be crazy though, if like there actually were reports of like weird things flying around,
Like
even if it was like Chinese or
but
Russian,
still unexplained. That'd be sweet because UFO, like I'm sure there's hundreds of UFOs, but UFO is just unidentified. So it literally, when they say UFO, there could be just referring to Korea, China, Russia,
Yeah, North Korea.
Canada, the States. Man, the States are definitely spying on us. Do what's awesome. All these people in the States. I don't know if you've heard about the net neutrality thing.
Yep.
I just love it how it doesn't affect us. Like it makes me so happy.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't affect us at all.
Like all these Americans on YouTube and whatnot getting just so up in arms about it.
So like it kind of works the same way as cable does now, right? You sign up for certain packages for certain websites.
And well, I think you get all the websites, but like there's certain ones that say since Disney owns basically everything on Netflix, or I'm not 100% sure. I didn't research it too much, but they'll basically make it where something that competes with them on your internet. And so when you go on your computer and try to go to their competition, it'll just be complete garbage unless you pay them more money to make it better. So your IP, you'll have to contact your IP every time you want something better. So you're basically, it's just all for money.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, you're right. It works like a cable package.
I wonder, yeah. It's kind of stupid. I'd be kind of pissed off.
It's silly, but
like
what do you expect?
Yeah.
The internet's basically TV. When was the last time like you actually went and sat down in front of a TV and watched something like a TV show not on Netflix?
Yeah, totally.
TV's dying, man. Except for, well, there's still obviously some stuff, but most of it's on somewhere on the internet.
Yeah.
So of course they're going to start trying to make money on the internet, but not in Canada. State sucks.
Yeah.
Never moving to America.
Well, except we have Trudeau.
But they have Trump.
Yeah.
They have the Don.
Trump is better than Trudeau, dude.
Yeah. Well, honestly, do you really notice it though, Trudeau?
Sure.
I get a check every month.
He's been in the news recently
for carbon tax.
He takes bribes from people. Ethically, he's way worse.
Yeah, that's probably true. He's way better looking though. Come on.
Yeah, it's true.
Do you see him at the Senators' 100th game or whatever that was, 100-year anniversary game?
No.
The man's got a head of hair. Watch that.
Yeah, but he's an idiot.
But I wouldn't move to America still, just because Trudeau's dumb. Because maybe he'll get unelected. Well, Trump's definitely. There's no way. 2 terms. There's no way.
I could see that happening.
That would amaze me. But I guess we said that for the first term.
He's done a lot. He's kept a lot of his promises.
They might get a wall.
Yeah, he made Jerusalem. Well, he recognized Jerusalem as the capital. He had a big tax reform bill.
Good for him.
Yeah.
What is true? I honestly couldn't list a thing Trudeau has done.
He's made it illegal for you to identify someone with the wrong pronoun.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yep. Bill C-16.
Oh, and we could smoke weed.
Oh, yeah, and we could smoke weed.
July 1st.
July 1st?
Yeah. So
that's pretty exciting.
So 2 very... there's a certain group of people who must love him.
Yeah.
Honestly, good thing we live in Alberta.
I think a lot of people are really uneducated about weed, though. I think the people that have a problem with it really don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not an advocate for weed by no stretch of the imagination. I don't smoke it. I don't buy it. I don't know anyone who smokes it. But honestly, if we sell cigarettes and we sell alcohol, we should be able to sell weed.
I agree. I honestly, I'm not going to say I care, like, because I don't care, because I wouldn't buy weed.
Yeah, like, there's studies out there that prove that, like, people say, oh, well, what about, like, driving? Like, you're trying to solve the drunk driving issue. Well, what about, people who are high in driving? But there's studies out there that prove that weed isn't nearly as bad
for driving. I think the same people who are like, okay, weed is terrible and we can't make it legal. Like, valid, sure. I'll agree. Personally, I don't care too much, to be honest, because the people who are going to buy it are buying it already. So now they're just going to get it from a store and the government will make more money. Good for them. But I think the same people who are advocating highly against it have to be the same with alcohol. Be like, okay, we should raise the drinking limit, stuff like that. Because let's be honest. If you're super against weed because it wrecks the young person, because that's what it mostly is a developing teenager shouldn't be smoking weed, I think. I don't know. That's what I've heard. Because, yeah, that makes sense. But it's like, I'm 18. I'm 18 personally. And I know for sure I'm not fully matured. Like, I look at myself and I'm like, I'm an idiot.
Right.
So if they say I shouldn't smoke weed, but then they allow me to drink alcohol, I've seen people stoned, to be honest. And I've seen people drunk.
Yep.
The people drunk were way worse.
Oh, yeah. Like, people that are stoned aren't violent. Yeah, it doesn't...
Not that that's the issue of what you're like when you're high, but it's like, it is kind of a double standard if you're advocating super against weed. Like, yeah, weed does affect you probably badly. They both do, though. So you shouldn't be, I don't know.
Yeah.
My personal opinion. Argue, because no matter what you say, someone's going to get mad.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Like,
and it's like, I don't know, for me, for someone who will never smoke weed, but I look at it and it's like,
come July 1st.
Yeah. Like, I look at it and like this huge market that's just totally untapped in Canada. The governments can make a ton of tax money off of. I'm like, go ahead, do it.
Yeah, it's exactly like it's exactly what I expected. I'm honestly surprised it's not already legal. But what's next, though? What drug's next? What illegal thing are they going to legalize?
I don't think it's going to open up anything else.
Meth? No, there's no way.
Yeah, meth is legal. Cocaine's legal.
I have a question for you, Daniel. What? Something that I've been thinking about. Something that I'm hoping you know more about than me. At a safe injection site. So I know those exist in Edmonton.
Yep.
Do they give you the drugs?
No. They give you clean needles.
But you have to bring the drugs.
Yes.
So it seems like the most unsafe part of that is the drug itself. So it's now safe because the needle's clean. I feel like they give you the drugs.
Well, I don't know what the stats are as far as that goes. Like, what's more unsafe is these unclean needles that these people are using, or the actual drug itself, like what kills people more.
Well, how does it work? You show up into basically a hospital, give them your dirty heroin, and they give you a clean needle? Like,
I think so. I mean, don't quote me on that, but I think that's how it works.
I don't know. Because I've heard that, but I also heard somewhere that they literally give you meth. And like, oh, don't worry, it's made in the lab, it's safe. But that's, honestly, safe injection sites are the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Well, I'm so divided. Because I guess, in a way, it's a good thing. It's like, okay, now people aren't sitting on the corner using a needle that 12 other people have used. But then it's also like, should we support people who are doing meth? Or, sorry, meth's just my go-to, but other drugs, I don't know how it works. I probably sound like such a square right now, man. So not caught up in the drug world.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to find some stats on like
safe injection sites.
No, I could look that up. I was doing
on marijuana.
Yeah, on like drunk driving versus high driving.
Well, look at Colorado. I'm pretty sure their number of like traffic accidents went down since they legalized it. But once again, don't quote me. I'm not caught up in my Colorado news. That's usually something I do on Saturdays. So I don't know. I didn't think this holiday podcast would turn into a drug debate. But 'tis the season, right?
'Tis the season, yeah. If you're looking for that great gift, gift card to a safe injection site.
They sell gift cards.
No.
How do you want it ground? How do you normally take it? French press? That was a coffee joke.
Also known as safe injection sites or supervised injection facilities, these are legally sanctioned clinics where people can inject drugs and access services for the range of issues common with addiction.
So do they give you the drugs? Because if so, I know what I'm doing after. No, I'm joking. Seriously. So it sounds like they give you a needle, and basically if you start vomiting, they clean you up.
I think so, yeah. They probably offer like support services and things like that too.
I'm on the fence about that.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Do I agree with that? Do I think we should do that? I guess so. How about instead of helping the people on, like, why don't we just solve the homeless issue? Because let's be honest, who's going there? Homeless people.
Yeah.
Why don't we just solve that problem and hope they're not doing drugs and we don't have to create a safe place for it?
Well, I mean, most people, I think if someone has drug addiction, they're homeless because of that addiction, right? So
Yeah,
if you solve the drug addiction, you solve some of the homeless problem.
that's true. Because I'll be honest, I've encountered several homeless people, and it's sad no matter what. But I don't know how bad this is going to sound, but I feel less bad for the ones who are clearly like high out of their minds. You feel better for the ones who are like actually kind and clearly like trying.
Yeah, I mean, as far as that goes, it's
Like I'm not gonna get into that. Yeah, drugs. That's not really. Let's get
something more Christmassy.
More
up in here.
Christmassy. So do you want? Here's something I
Top
wish.
holiday songs.
Okay, that's easy. Anything by Handel. That man is a musical
Mariah
genius.
Carey, definitely up there with Handel.
Oh yeah, music ability. They're neck and neck. Christy Allen, A Christmas Time.
Michael Bublé.
That's an inside joke.
What's that song that Michael Bublé sings? That's really popular during Christmas time.
No, come on, it's on the tip of my tongue. He was singing it yesterday in the store. When the weather outside is frightful.
No,
That's it. That's it.
He's got a bunch, but there's one that's like really good.
It's when it's snowing. I forget. There's a couple other ones. Christmas Canon. That's when I learned the name of this week.
Boney M. Classics.
Oh yeah, those are all good.
Those are all our recommendations for you guys. If the family is sitting down together, get some Christmas music going. Boney M. Mariah
Christmas
Carey
music.
and Handel.
Nothing beats having some Christmas music and some dysfunction in the family.
Okay, what's a good place to go?
Oh yeah.
During
How about top
holidays.
5 things to do in Edmonton during the holiday season?
Okay.
If you like dirty floors, slippery floors, and blue vests, and a lot of people, Walmart on Boxing Day.
And if you like getting trampled at the door,
Walmart on Boxing Day.
30% risk of death. Add some excitement to that
yeah.
Boxing Day
I'm a
trip.
risk taker.
Take the family, take the kids,
Boom. Done.
uncles and aunts,
Done.
grandpa,
Done.
grandma.
Dead. You can bake Christmas cookies. No, it's not. You can do that anywhere in Edmonton, specifically the ledge counts. Guys, go to the ledge counts. There's lots of lights.
See the Christmas lights?
Here's what I find ironic: our premier is all about saving energy, and yet they use like 1 million lights to light up the ledge this time of year. Like I'm all for it, but seriously, come on,
Yeah.
double standard much?
That's all used by renewable energy, though.
Yeah, sure
I'm just
it
kidding.
is.
No, I have
That
no
renewable
idea.
energy is cool.
Yeah.
Go to Horlack Park. Very good skating there. Very good. Prime.
The ice isn't even frozen.
Well,
Probably not thick enough.
They have a skating rink. There's the pond, and then there's the skating rink.
Oh, they have a skating rink too.
Yeah, and they're going to turn it into a hockey rink once the pond's frozen. So that's something to look
Oh,
forward
nice.
to. You could leave Edmonton.
Yeah, you could. You could leave.
Here's an idea. Go anywhere else.
Hawaii, Maui,
Mexico. The mountains. It's still going to be cold, but mountains.
Yeah, you can
come
go
on.
skiing. Is Marmot open? Marmot's open.
Oh, yeah.
You can do that. Or you could just stay home, chill by the fire, with a hot cup of cocoa.
My plans for Christmas
gonna be
Day
cold.
are go to church in the morning, probably do something in the afternoon, and end the night off with some Netflix.
That sounds like just a regular day.
Yeah, but I go to church in the morning.
Oh, okay, yeah. There's your Christmas part.
Boom! That's genuinely my plan. Not even kidding. And then the next day, go to work.
Yeah.
Nothing says Christmas like consumerism on Boxing Day. I don't know. Why is Boxing Day even a sale day? It's like Black
I
Friday.
don't know.
One day someone's like,
I don't know how
we
that
need an
ever came
excuse
about.
to spend more money.
It's
Make the
true.
day after Christmas 50% off everything.
It's true, yeah.
Back in the day, it was like day after Christmas, guy starts selling his livestock. Do you want today? I'm feeling good. 50% off. We'll call it Boxing Day.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
Genius.
gonna look that up.
That man's a king. Same with Black Friday, to be honest. If someone has an explanation, hit us up. but we're just going to Google it now, so don't even bother. Why are arguments even a thing? Google exists, guys. Here's the thing to do this Christmas. Don't argue with your family. Don't get in fights about facts. Just pull out your smartphone, we know you have one, and just quickly Google it, guys.
Okay, so the Church of England may have started it. The day after Christmas was also the traditional day on which the aristocracy distributed presents, boxes, to servants and employees, a sort of institutionalized Christmas bonus party.
There you go.
So there you
Boxing
go. The Church of England started Boxing Day.
Day. So it's literally referencing boxes. Not what I expected. Or exactly what I expected. I can't even...
You would think it would reference boxes.
I honestly, all I thought of was a sport.
It is a sport.
I know. That's why I thought of it. Well, that does it for our holiday edition of the 780 show.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. Have a very Merry Christmas.
We'll turn
Enjoy
into a
some
more
time with
regular
some family.
podcast.
Just
Maybe.
relax. And Happy New Year. See what comes in 2018, 780 show. We might have some guests. We might have some new topics to talk about.
Maybe. Maybe.
There's a
We're
tree
planning a
in
show for
Grand
July,
Hotel.
so...
Yeah,
One
stay
in the
tuned.
park as
Awesome.
well. It's the sturdy kind that doesn't mind the snow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Soon the bells will start, and the thing that'll make them ring is the carol that you sing right within your heart. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every store, but the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front door. Sure, it's Christmas once more.